Arkhangel The House of the Seven Stars is a point-and-click narrative game. It is set in the early 1900s and you play as Michael, who is moving to the small northern town Haven, together with his wife and daughter. They barely have time to settle in and enjoy the local festival. Before strange events start to occur. Thankfully, Michael has a talent for investigation, and it is up to him to figure out what is going on in this strange little town. The story starts out a bit slow, but soon picks up and delivers an enjoyable and competently told story. The characters aren't particularly interesting, and the story is not the most original, and I would have liked them to do something a bit more crazy to make it more memorable. But the pacing is good, the setting is comfy, and it did enough right to keep me engaged until the end. In terms of the presentation, it is clearly a budget game. The lighting can make some environments look quite comfy, but there is no escaping that everything from the models to animations are fairly basic. It is not an asset flip freak show though. It has an consistent art style, and at times it can be quite atmospheric, especially with the nice background music. The biggest drawback though is the complete lack of voice acting. I understand that voice acting can be costly, but for a narrative game it really hurts the experience when it is not there.
Read, nigga! Read!
The gameplay of Arkhangel is quite basic. You can be a bit mean and call it a walking simulator. There are basically no puzzles or narrative choices, and what you do for the most part is to talk with people and explore areas to advance the plot. Sure, there are some minor inventory management or gameplay that at a glance can resemble old school point and click games. But if you expect that kind of gameplay, then you will be disappointed. I have some minor complaints, like the fact that some areas are needlessly big, or that movement with the mouse can be a bit clunky, or that the quick time events feel a bit silly. But truly, it doesn't really matter, and a game like this makes or breaks based on its story and atmosphere. And I kind of like those. Not to the extent that I would call it amazing or anything like that. But it was enjoyable, and I kept playing the game longer than I intended to. So if you are looking for a shorter narrative game, find the setting interesting, and is fine with the budget presentation, then I would certainly recommend Arkhangel. There is even a wholesome video describing how the game was made, if you want some nice, comfy feels.